Welcome back to 510 Sports and to another unboxing video. We have got 10 mega multi-packs of our top 2026 Premier League trading card collection. So let's open them up. We're going to put 9 out of the way for now. And we will start. Get those right out of the way. Start with this first one. And we get, as you can see, 4 packets in each one and a limited edition. 3 classic limited editions. What we're going to do is save all the limited editions until the end. So we're going to have, let's see, 30 classic limited editions, and there's only 20 available in the collection. We've got, I can't remember, 4 or 6. We've got a handful already, so hopefully we'll have the full lot by the end of this video. Let's see. Right, let's open our first pack and see who we get. We have got Andre of Wolverhampton Wanderers. We have got Virgil van Dijk of Liverpool. We've got the Newcastle United badge. Destiny Udogie of Tottenham Hotspur. The Nasser Jigger full force card for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Aaron Lennon in the Burnley Retro Threads of, what season's that, in 2019-20. Oops, spoiler alert there. The Alejandro Garnacho Beast Mode card for Manchester United. The Sergio Aguero Chrome King. I don't think we've got that one yet. And the Vitaly Mykolenko base card for Everton. So that is from our first pack, from our first mega multi-pack. Our second pack. We have got Ibrahim Sangare from Nottingham Forest. Shea Lacey, we had loads of him, from Manchester United. Harrison Murray-Campbell from Chelsea. The AFC Bournemouth badge. Gabriel Martinelli from Arsenal. Another Retro Threads card, the Mark Noble for West Ham United from 2016-17. The Brighton and Hove Albion Pro Partnership, Kaoru Mitoma and Simon Adingra. We've got the Brennan Johnson Pro Precision card. Ooh, a yellow parallel Enzo Lefebvre from Sunderland. And Crescencio Somerville from West Ham United. So we've got our first parallel of the day into pack number 3. And let's see who we get in this one. We start with Aston Villa's Luca Dean, who we've had countless times already. Crystal Palace's Mark Guéhi might not be at the club by the time we finish recording. We've got Savio from Manchester City. Chelsea's Marc Cucurella. The Aston Villa Pro Partnership of Amadou Onana and Yuri Tielemans. A nice rainbow effect there with the lighting. Ismaila Sarri Techers card for Crystal Palace. The Pro Precision for Newcastle United, Anthony Gordon. A blue parallel Nikola Milenkovic from Nottingham Forest. Brian Mbeumo for Brentford now of Manchester United. And Rodrigo Muniz of Fulham. So no outstanding pulls so far from multi-pack number 1. Here is our fourth and final pack. And we have got Emmanuel Agbadou from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Jorginho Rutter from Brighton and Hove Albion. Dan Burn from Newcastle United. Lucas Bergvall from Tottenham Hotspur. The Manuel Ugarte full force card for Manchester United. Fabio Carvalho Generation Now from Brentford. The Hee-chan Hwang Beast Mode for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Oh, a numbered parallel. Here we go. Kevin Schade for Brentford. We have got our first big pull of the day. This is the Aqua Diamond Kevin Schade. Look at that, 414 of 499. We do love to see those. And another parallel, Vitor Reis for Manchester City, the blue parallel, who is currently on loan, I think in La Liga somewhere. And we've got Jaden Anthony of Burnley. So there we go, our first numbered parallel of the day. Hopefully the first of many. We'll put those to one side and we'll get our next mega multi-pack open. Our second one with our next 4 packs and limited edition. We'll put the limited edition cards over there. And let's get our next pack open. We have got Dean Henderson, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. We have got Divine Mukosa from Manchester City. Taiwo Awoniyi from Nottingham Forest. Lewis Dunk from Brighton and Hove Albion. Ola Aina, the Full Force Nottingham Forest card. The Liverpool Pro Partnership, Ryan Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister. The Chris Wood Nottingham Forest Beast Mode. A green parallel for Kepa Arrizabalaga for Bournemouth. Obviously now at Arsenal. We've got Guido Rodriguez from West Ham United. And Josh Cullen from Burnley. I must admit, I'm not as excited by the blue, yellow and green parallels as I was when I first started this collection. I thought they were more rare than they actually are. It's the number of parallels we're after. They're the ones we're chasing, and let's see if we get another one. We've got our second pack from our 4th multi-pack. And we start with Morgan Rogers, the newly crowned PFA Young Player of the Year, and well-deserved for Aston Villa. The Crystal Palace badge. Cole Palmer for Chelsea, with his old squad number on, I've just noticed. We've got the Noni Madueke Techers card. He's now at Arsenal. The Eric Cantona Retro Threads for Manchester United. The Pro Precision Phil Foden card for Manchester City. A yellow parallel Regan Heskey for Manchester City. As I mentioned in an earlier video, he is the son of Emil Heskey, if you didn't already know. Crescencio Somerville, we've already had in this video for West Ham United. Jaden Anthony also already had in this video. And Pascal Struijk for Leeds United. Our third pack in this second multi-pack is starting with Matheus Cunha, another now Manchester United player, then of Wolverhampton Wanderers, Boubacar Kamara of Aston Villa, Dango Ouattara of Bournemouth, Gabriel Magalhaes from Arsenal, the AFC Bournemouth Retro Threads Simon Francis, Donyell Marlon Techers card for Aston Villa, the Mikkel Damsgaard Pro Precision for Brentford, the blue parallel Tino Livramento for Newcastle United, Vitaly Janelt for Brentford, and the Harry Wilson card for Fulham. No major pulls in this second multi-pack then, but we've got one more to go. So let's see who we get. And we start with Rodri for Manchester City, Ola Aina for Nottingham Forest, Antoine Semenyo for AFC Bournemouth, David Raya for Arsenal, Pervis Estupiñán for Brighton and Hove Albion, the West Ham United Full Force card, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The breakthrough baller for Leeds United is Harry Gray. I think he's part of the famous Gray family that includes Eddie and Archie, etc., etc., famous of Leeds United. We've got the Everton Beast Mode Beto. We've got the Erling Haaland Blue Parallel for Manchester City and Luke O'Neill for Sunderland. And that concludes our second multi-pack, so nothing really major in there. On to multi-pack number 3. And we've got, again, our 4 packs and our limited edition pack, which, as I said, we're going to be opening at the end. So let's open up our first in this, and we start with Manchester United's Rasmus Højlund. We have got Nelson Semedo, formerly now of Wolverhampton Wanderers, former captain. Anthony Kinski of Tottenham Hotspur. Why Vicario isn't the Spurs keeper in this collection, I'm not sure. They've got Kinski. We've got James Tarkowski of Everton. Levi Cole, of Chelsea. Kobbie Mainoo, the generation now for Manchester United. Jodian Lescott, the retro threads card for Everton. The Bournemouth Pro Precision is Dango Ouattara. And Andre Onana blue parallel for Manchester United. And Ila Gruev for Leeds United. And Manchester United heavy pack that one. But another blue parallel. Continuing with Wolverhampton Wanderers goalkeeper Jose Sarr. Liverpool's Alexis McAllister. Chelsea's Cole Palmer, who we have already had. Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth. The Burnley Generation Now card Lucas Perez. Wolverhampton Wanderers Retro Threads Kevin Doyle. The Brentford Headlines card Kevin Schade. The Chrome King Cesc Fabregas in the Arsenal kit. We have already got that. I think we've got a green parallel of that one, so that is one for the dupes. And the Burnley badge. Concluding our second pack in our third multi-pack. On to pack number 3. And we have John McGinn of Aston Villa. Adam Wharton of Crystal Palace. Another Erling Haaland card there for Manchester City. Another David Raya card for Arsenal. The Boubacar Kamara Generation Now for Aston Villa. The Tottenham Hotspur Pro Partnership and Darren Anderton and Teddy Sheringham, the legendary Pro Partnership. We have got the Morgan Rogers Beast Mode card for Aston Villa. Boubacar Kamara blue parallel again for Aston Villa. Al Tanaka for Leeds United. For Leeds United, and Patrick Roberts for Sunderland. Again, nothing majorly exciting in that pack either. And we have our final pack of our third multi-pack, which gives us Savio of Manchester City, Matt Sells, the PFA goalkeeper of the year for the Premier League for Nottingham Forest, Ethan Nwaneri for Arsenal, also in his old squad number there. We have got Yankuba Minter for Brighton and Hove Albion. Oh, here we go. Not one for the Newcastle fans at the moment. Alexander Isak, who knows how long he'll be at the club for. I honestly hope they let him rot in the reserves. He deserves it. Disrespectful. A Champions League club. I think he didn't need to do what he did, and I think he's got 3 years left in his contract. Let him rot and see what he's worth in 3 years' time. That's my view. Faustino Asprilla for Newcastle United, their retro threads. The Carlos Baliba Full Force for Brighton. Declan Rice Beast Mode card for Arsenal. A green parallel Enzo Lefebvre for Sunderland. I think we might have this one already in the green parallel. Certainly another parallel. But yeah, one we've definitely had before in some variation. And Josh Brownhill there for Burnley. Right, that concludes our third multi-pack. On to number 4. And we have got the regular 4 packets and classic limited editions. No point me continuing to say what's in each pack. It's exactly the same. We have got those 3 over there. And let's get this first one opened up. I've got a good feeling about this multi-pack. I think we're going to get something good in this one. We start with Jürgen Strand Larsen for Wolverhampton Wanderers. We've got Sven Botman for Newcastle United. Will Lancashire for Tottenham Hotspur. Iliman Ndiaye for Everton. The Ola Aina Full Force card for Nottingham Forest. The Liverpool Pro Partnership again of Ryan Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister. We have got the Beto Pro Precision for most of the 10th time now. A green Manchester United parallel, Lisandro Martinez. Enzo Lefebvre, what did I say? We've had him, I think it's going to be one of those cards in every collection you get them, where you end up getting about 25 at least of exactly the same card or sticker. I think Enzo Lefebvre is going to be that one, but we have got him again. And Yusuf Trinity from Everton. Onto the pile they go. On to our next pack. And we start with Ibrahima Konate from Liverpool. Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea. Again, a player that could be leaving. One that has left is Dean Howson from Bournemouth. The Arsenal badge. The Robbie Keane retro thread card for Tottenham Hotspur. Jeremy Doku generation now for Manchester City. The Declan Rice Beast Mode card again for Arsenal. Oh, another numbered parallel. This is a gold. I think, no, is it a yellow parallel? It looks like yellow parallel. I was overly excited there. But that is, let me see what number. 25 of 299. I told you I had a good feeling about this multi-pack. We've got another numbered parallel there. Ismaila Sarr from Crystal Palace. A blue parallel Guido Rodriguez for West Ham United. And Kevin Schade for Brentford. So look at that. Our second numbered parallel of the day. Epic stuff here on 510 Sport. Here is our third pack from our fourth mega multi-pack. And we start with Taiwo Awoniyi from Nottingham Forest, who we've already had today. Lenny Yoro from Manchester United. Jared Branthwaite from Everton. Robert Sanchez from Chelsea. Sam Collymore in the retro threads for Nottingham Forest. The breakthrough baller for Sunderland, Chris Rigg. Burnley's Josh Brownhill Pro Precision card. The Roy Keane Chrome King for Nottingham Forest. And we turn that round again for Elisa Mayenda for Sunderland. And we have got one more pack to open from this mega multi-pack. And we start with, again, another one of those that we've had countless dozens of already. Rio Ngumoa from Liverpool. Yuri Tielemans from Aston Villa. Another we've had multiple of, Chadi Riyad from Crystal Palace. Brighton and Hove Albion's Stefan Simas. The Darwin Nunez full force for Liverpool, also no longer at the club. Mika Richards, the Manchester City retro threads. Morgan Rogers Beast Mode card for Aston Villa. A blue parallel Cristiano Romero for Tottenham Hotspur, now their captain. Mikkel Damsgaard for Brentford and Calvin Bassey for Fulham. And that concludes multi-pack number 4. Moving on to number 5. Get this open. Yeah, it's all about the numbered parallels now, isn't it? I've got, I think, 3/4 of the album of the binder filled, so it's really a case of just finding those rare pulls, isn't it? So let's see what we get in this one. We are going to be reaching the halfway point in this video after we have finished with this set of 4, and we have got Louis Barry for Aston Villa, Daniel Munoz from Crystal Palace, Ruben Diaz from Manchester City, the Chelsea badge, Tyler Adams from Bournemouth, Kevin Doyle in the retro threads for Wolverhampton Wanderers, the Boubacar Kamara Generation Now card for Aston Villa, the Virgil van Dijk Beast Mode card for Liverpool, the blue parallel Elliot Anderson for Nottingham Forest, and Josh Laurent for Burnley. Nothing overly exciting in that one. Continuing with pack number 2 and multi-pack number 5, we've got Murillo. Alejandro Garnacho for Manchester United, again looking like he's Chelsea bound. João Gomez for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Kai Havertz for Arsenal. Again, we've got the Darren Anderton, Teddy Sheringham Legendary Pro Partnership for Tottenham Hotspur. We have got the Mark Gay Generation Now. Danny Welbeck Pro Precision for Brighton and Hove Albion. A yellow parallel for Brentford, Nathan Collins. Ilan Meslier for Leeds United, who, if he hasn't already left by the time we finish recording, will have left, I think, by the time this video goes out. Certainly looking like he's heading through the exit door. And Wilson Isidore of Sunderland. On to pack number 3. And we start with Matty Cash of Aston Villa. Ismaila Sarr for Crystal Palace. Nico Gonzalez for Manchester City. Kaoru Mitoma for Brighton and Hove Albion. Tino Livramento for Newcastle United. The Enzo Lefebvre Patrick Roberts Pro Partnership for Sunderland. A Calvin Bassey full force card for Fulham. Dango Ouattara Pro Precision for Bournemouth. A yellow parallel, Yasin Ayari for Brighton and Hove Albion, and Raul Jimenez for Fulham. On to our final pack then, taking us to the halfway point as we finish off our 5th multi-pack, and we have got Elliot Anderson of Nottingham Forest, Matthijs de Ligt for Manchester United, the Wolverhampton Wanderers badge, Cristiano Romero from Tottenham Hotspur, who we have already had today, the Joe Rodon and Ethan Ampadu Pro partnership for Leeds United. Again, we've got the Faustino Asprilla Retro Thread card for Newcastle United. With that same club, their headlines card, Jacob Murphy. The blue Wolverhampton Wanderers parallel, 2 in the same pack. There we go. Doesn't happen very often, but we've done it. And then we've got Emerson Palmieri for West Ham United and another Josh Laurent card for Burnley. On to our 6th mega multi-pack. I don't know what's so mega about it. We only get 4 packs, but hey ho, we put the limited editions card to one side and let's get the first of these packs open. I'll go out on a whim and say I haven't got a good feeling about these 4 packs. I think they're going to be quite standard in comparison, but I reckon number 7's where the action's going to be at. Rasmus Højlund there for Manchester United, Nick Pope for Newcastle United, Nicky van der Ven for Tottenham Hotspur, Ilya Zabarnyi for Bournemouth, the Savio Tekas card for Manchester City, the Beast Mode Hannibal Medbury card for Burnley, Lucas Bergvall, the blue parallel for Tottenham Hotspur, the Joel Pirro card for Leeds United, Romain Mundle for Sunderland, couldn't read then, and Keane Lewis Potter for Brentford. We have got our second pack to open then, and we have got Jean-Philippe Mateta for Crystal Palace, again Regan Heskey for Manchester City, Martin Odegaard, the Arsenal captain. We have got Yoon Do Young for Brighton and Hove Albion. That could also be the Adam Johnson slogan, You Do Young. Lewis Miley for Newcastle United. We have got the Arsenal breakthrough baller, Miles Lewis Skelly. The Burnley Pro Partnership, Maxime Esteve and Lucas Perez. The Liverpool Headlines card, Cody Gakpo. Manchester United Blue Parallel, Diogo Dalot. We've had a few Manchester United parallels today. And Luke O'Neill again for Sunderland. We have got 2 more packs from our 6th multi-pack. So let's get open the 3rd. And we have got now of Manchester City, Ryan Aït-Nouri for Wolverhampton Wanderers in this collection. Dwight McNeil of Everton, the breakthrough baller Archie Gray for Tottenham Hotspur. Gary Neville in the retro thread shirt for Manchester United. Pedro Neto, the headlines card for Chelsea. Oh, look at this! A Premier Pull Ultra Limited Edition. Eric Cantona. Look at that. Among the very rarest in the whole collection. That is our 2nd Premier Pull after Esteval of Chelsea. I was totally wrong. We have got the pull of the day so far in this 6th multi-pack. The Eric Cantona Premier Pull. Look at that. Followed by another parallel for Manchester United, the blue parallel Manuel Ugarte. We have got Harry Wilson for Fulham and Guido Rodriguez for West Ham United. Oh, sorry, one more. And Josh Cullen there for Burnley. Delighted with that pull there. The Premier Pull Eric Cantona Ultra Limited Edition. The pull of the day so far in the multi-pack that I predicted we get nothing from. And that is why, folks, I'm not a gambling man. Here is our final pack from our 6th multi-pack. And we've got the Nottingham Forest badge. We have got Sekou Kone for Manchester United. Brennan Johnson for Tottenham Hotspur. Jared Branthwaite for Everton. Robert Sanchez again for Chelsea. The Generation Now João Gomez card for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Marc Correa full force for Chelsea. The Jorginho Rutter Beast Mode for Brighton and Hove Albion. A yellow parallel, Dango Ouattara for Bournemouth. And the Liverpool badge, which I don't think we have yet. Not sure why that hasn't got a red background. And I suppose because the logo is red, maybe that's why. And it says there, Premier League 24-25 champions. On to multi-pack number 7. Now, I predicted nothing for pack number 6 and a lot for number 7. So let's see if the reverse turns out to be true. We'll put that to one side, that to one side, and open our first pack. We have got Lisandro Martinez for Manchester United. We've already had a parallel of him today. Nicholas Jackson for Chelsea. Dean Huijsen for Bournemouth. The Glenn Murray retro threads for Brighton and Hove Albion from 2018-19. Patrick Dorgu, the breakthrough baller for Manchester United. I don't think we've got that one yet. We have got this one though, and many times already. The headlines Ahmad card for Manchester United. Everton, James Garner, blue parallel for Everton. Al Tanaka for Leeds United. Patrick Roberts for Sunderland, and Andy Robertson for Liverpool. Onto the pile they go. Pack number 2 in our 7th multi-pack starts with Sekou Kone for Manchester United, who we already had a couple of packs ago. And he is in there. Then we've got Yankuba Minter, again already for Brighton. Again, Alexander Isak for Newcastle United. Got the Brentford Pro Partnership, Nathan Collins and Sepp Vandenberg. We have got Luis Guilherme, the breakthrough baller for West Ham United. Enzo Fernandez, beast mode for Chelsea. A yellow parallel, Jose Sarr card for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Roman Dixon for Everton. Roman Dixon, should I say. Matthias Jensen for Brentford. And Emile Smith-Rowe for Fulham. On to pack number 3. And after this, we will have, I think, 12 more packs to go after this. So, not long left. We've got the Wolverhampton Wanderers badge again, the Arsenal badge. Kaoru Mitoma for Brighton and Hove Albion. The Lucas Perez Generation Now card for Burnley. The Kevin Doyle Retro Threads card for Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Enzo Fernandez Beast Mode card for Chelsea. A yellow parallel Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. I think I might already have. I've got a version of him, definitely. Patrick Bamford for Leeds United. Chris Rigg for Sunderland. And Harrison Armstrong for Everton. And our final pack of this 7th multi-pack begins with Connor Bradley of Liverpool. Amadou Onana of Aston Villa. Tino Livramento of Newcastle United. We've already had that on. Boubacar Kamara, the Generation Now card for Aston Villa. The 3rd time in this video alone that we've got the Darren Anderton, Teddy Sheringham Legendary Pro Partnership for Tottenham Hotspur. Patrick Bamford with the Pro Precision card for Leeds United. A blue parallel Anthony Gordon for Newcastle United. Michael Kayode for Brentford. Sasha Lukic for Fulham. And Mohamed Kudus for West Ham United, now at Tottenham Hotspur. And that concludes our 7th mega multi-pack. We have got 3 more to go, so let's get into our 8th. I can get this open. And we'll put that to one side, that to one side, these to one side, and open our very first pack in this mega multi-pack. And another Regan Heskey. I'm getting bored of this guy now. Give it a rest, Regan. Nottingham Forest badge. William Saliba for Arsenal. Bart for Bruggen, the Brighton and Hove Albion goalkeeper. Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle United. The Manchester United Pro Partnership of Bruno Fernandes and Rasmus Højlund. We have got the Frank Lampard Retro Threads card for Chelsea. Gonzalo Guedes, Wolverhampton Wanderers blue parallel. And Gustavo Nunes for Brentford. Oh, got to put this onto the pile. In my excitement, we continue with another Rasmus Højlund for Manchester United. Nelson Semedo for Wolverhampton Wanderers. James Tarkowski for Everton. A Matt O'Reilly Generation Now card for Brighton and Hove Albion. Archie Gray breakthrough baller for Tottenham Hotspur. The Phil Foden Pro Precision card for Manchester City. We've got a green parallel Morgan Rogers for Aston Villa. Patrick Roberts for Sunderland. And again, we've got Liverpool's Andy Robertson. And again, Gustavo Nunes from Brentford. Not overly exciting so far in this Mega Multi-Pack, that is for sure. Let's see what pack number 3 brings us. We have got, rest in peace, Diogo Jota for Liverpool. We did get his yellow parallel in an earlier unboxing. Jurrien Timber for Arsenal. Yasin Ayari for Brighton and Hove Albion. Anthony Gordon for Newcastle United. The Chelsea Pro Partnership, Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. We've got Matteo Joseph's Generation Now card for Leeds United, but I think he's gone on loan, hasn't he, as well? So, a slightly outdated card in that respect. We've got another Leeds United special card, Daniel James. Beast mode card there. Oh, another numbered parallel. Here we go, a gold Generation Now Dominic Szoboszlai for Liverpool, 110 of 299. I think that's our third numbered parallel or third special pull of the day. Fantastic stuff there. We have got Kendry Paez of Chelsea, a blue parallel, and Roman Dixon of Everton. One more look at that, shall we? Look at that. Fantastic stuff from our third pack from this 8th Mega Multi-Pack. We have got one more to go. So let's see what we have. We've got Jean-Philippe Mateta from Crystal Palace, Beto from Everton, Pedro Neto from Chelsea, Justin Kluivert from Bournemouth, the Lewis Miley breakthrough baller for Newcastle United, Matt O'Reilly Techers card from Brighton and Hove Albion. We've already had that one today. The Dominic Solanke Beast Mode card for Tottenham Hotspur, a yellow parallel, Stefan Simas for Brighton and Hove Albion, Patrick Roberts for Sunderland, and another Andy Robertson card. A lot of cards, so a lot of dupes for a player that might not play much this season. Although, given that Milos Kerkez was aggressively tackling in Liverpool's opening match, maybe he will be getting a few matches after all. We've got our penultimate Mega Multi-Pack to open. So let's see what we have in here. I've got a feeling we've got one more really special card on the way from these last 2 Mega Packs. So let's see what we get. We have got Anthony Elanga for Nottingham Forest, Manuel Ugarte for Manchester United, the Brighton and Hove Albion badge, Anthony Elanga Techers card for Nottingham Forest, now at Newcastle United, of course, Josko Gvardiol full force for Manchester City, the Martin Odegaard headlines card for Arsenal, the Seamus Coleman Chrome King for Everton. I don't think we've got that one yet, so that would be a good one to add. Alan Brown for Sunderland, and Christian Norgard here for Brentford, now at Arsenal. Into our second pack we go, and let's see what we get. We begin this second pack with, get rid of that bit of packet, Lenny Yoro for Manchester United, Nasser Jigger for Wolverhampton Wanderers, Luis Diaz for Liverpool, now at Bayern Munich, Sven Botman for Newcastle United, Will Lancashire, Tottenham Hotspur, another Retro Threads Robbie Keane Tottenham Hotspur card there, Jeremy Doku Generation Now for Manchester City, the Wayne Rooney Pro Precision card for Manchester United. We have got this one already. We've got the blue parallel Zach Abbott for Nottingham Forest, and Harry Gray again for Leeds United. On to our third pack in this Mega Multi-Pack then. Sorry, third in this 9th. We've got Hee-Chan Hwang for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Again, we've got Diogo Jota there in Liverpool colours. Fabian Schär, Newcastle United. Dejan Kulusevski for Tottenham Hotspur. Jake O'Brien for Everton. The Dominic Szoboszlai Generation Now card for Liverpool. The Josh King breakthrough baller for Fulham. Evan Nilsson's Beast Mode card for Bournemouth. The blue parallel Luis Diaz for Liverpool. And Andreas Pereira for Fulham. And finally, we have got in this penultimate multi-pack, let's see, Donyell Marlon for Aston Villa, Daichi Kamada for Crystal Palace, Victor Reis for Manchester City. Iliman Ndiaye for Everton. Nicholas Jackson for Chelsea. The Pro Partnership, Enzo Lefebvre and Patrick Roberts for Sunderland. We've had that one already today. The Calvin Bassey full force card for Fulham. I think we've had that already today too. Jeremy Doku headlines card for Manchester City. A yellow Kevin Schade card for Brentford. The yellow parallel, should I say. And Elisa Mayenda for Sunderland. So nothing of note in that mega multi-pack. We move on then to our final mega multi-pack, 10 of 10 for today. So all that will be left after these 4 packs is to see what is in our classic limited edition packs. So let's get into these. And we start with Yuri Tielemans of Aston Villa, Chadi Riyad of Crystal Palace, Bart Verbruggen of Brighton and Hove Albion, the Louis Saha Retro Threads for Fulham. We've had that one already, but I do love that kit. The Pascal Strike full force card for Leeds United. The Emiliano Martinez headlines card for Aston Villa. Oh, a gold lion! Ebereki Eze there for Crystal Palace. That's our 3rd gold lion after Cole Palmer and Alexander Isak, I think. Again, he might be on the move as well. So, bit of a jinx, really, with Isak and Eze. At the time of recording, I think Arsenal have agreed a deal with Eze to sign him. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. But I know that Tottenham are going to feel hard done by. But that is a brilliant pull. Alan Brown for Sunderland and Christian Norgard again in the kit of Brentford. So that might well be the one major pull that I predicted we were going to have in our penultimate 2 mega packs there. I will not complain about that one whatsoever. Ezri Konsa for Aston Villa begins our 2nd pack. Eddie Nketiah for Crystal Palace. Reece James, the Chelsea captain. Kepa Arrizabalaga there in the Bournemouth keeper kit. Mikel Merino for Arsenal. The Vitaly Mikalenko full force card for Everton. Christian Norgard in the Retro Threads kit of Brentford. Jan Visser, the Beast Mode card for Brentford. Again, might not be there much longer. A yellow parallel Manchester United badge. I think we got the blue one last time. So yeah, we'll be putting that in the binder for sure. And another Harry Gray card for Leeds United. 2 more packs to go. So let's see what we get. And we start with Omar Marmoush for Manchester City. Morgan Gibbs-White of Nottingham Forest. Amad Diallo for Manchester United. Carlos Belieber for Brighton and Hove Albion. The Joe Bellingham Generation Now card for Sunderland, obviously no longer at the club. The Arsenal Pro Partnership, William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes for Arsenal. The Eddie Nketiah Pro Position card for Crystal Palace. Oh, another numbered parallel. Oh, look at that. Chris Richards. Get my players wrong there. But look at that. It is number 28 of 499. Another aqua parallel there. Now, that is definitely a major pull from our final 2 mega packs. We have got Nick Pope, a blue parallel for Newcastle United, and Elisa Mayenda for Sunderland. I am ecstatic with actually what we've pulled today. That is brilliant. Another numbered parallel there. Another numbered parallel. I am delighted. Our very final pack of today is Edison for Manchester City, Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle United, Pedro Porro for Tottenham Hotspur, Tim Irabunam for Everton, the Pro Partnership Brendan Johnson and Dejan Kulusevski for Tottenham Hotspur, the Generation Now Newcastle United's Tino Livramento, Hannibal Mejbri, the Beast Mode card for Burnley. We've got the green parallel Joe Bellingham card for Sunderland, the blue parallel Cody Gakpo for Liverpool, and Andreas Pereira for Fulham. And that concludes the main pack opening for today, but not forgetting all 10 of our classic limited edition packets as well. So we're going to have 30 that we're going to be revealing in total. So let's get into it. Oh, an absolute legend to start with. The Paul Scholes Classic Limited Edition to start us off. Bernardo Silva for Manchester City and James Tarkowski. I think we have this one already for Everton. So we're going to put those to one side. I can get nothing else, to be honest with you, and I'm happy with the Paul Scholes one. I love the Legends cards. Absolutely love them. Our second one gives us Connor Roberts of Burnley, Rayan Aït-Nouri of Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Bournemouth's Luis Sinisterra. Then we have got another Bernardo Silva, our first dupe of today in the limited editions, Elliot Anderson of Nottingham Forest, and Pervis Estupiñán from Brighton and Hove Albion. Next up, we have got Mickey van der Ven from Tottenham Hotspur. Again, I think we've got that one already. Lewis Hall from Newcastle United, and another James Tarkowski there for Everton. Opening up our fourth, and we start with Fabio Carvalho of Brentford. We have got Jean-Philippe Mateta from Crystal Palace, and West Ham United's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Definitely plugging a lot of gaps in our binder with these packs. I think we had definitely less than half, about a quarter of them already. We've got another Paul Scholes Classic Limited Edition. We've got another Bernardo Silva and another Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So, loading up on the dupes at this point, we have got 4 left. So let's see what this pack gives us. And we've got another Connor Roberts. We have got, a Duncan Ferguson Legendary Limited Edition there for Everton. And Alisson Becker for Liverpool. 3 more to go. Let's see what this one gives us. And we have the Lenioro for Manchester United. We have got Rayan Aït-Nouri for Wolverhampton Wanderers and Luis Sinisterra for Bournemouth. So that Lenioro card is definitely one we haven't already got. 2 more to go. I don't know if there's any we haven't yet pulled. Youri Tielemans for Aston Villa, Elliot Anderson for Nottingham Forest, and Pervis Estupiñán for Brighton and Hove Albion. And our final one, let's see what we get. We have got Mickey van der Ven, Lewis Hall, and Brendan Aronson. And that does conclude our pack opening for today. So we've opened 10 Mega Multi-Packs. That would be 40 packets, which would be 400 cards, I believe, if I'm doing the maths correctly, as well as our 30 Classic Limited Editions. I'm going to quickly see if we've managed to pack every single one. Let's see, we've got number 1. So we've got 2, we've got 3, we've got 4, we've got 5, we haven't got 6, we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did we get 12? No, I don't think we did. Oh yes, we did right here. 12, we've got 3 lots of them in fact. 13, then we got 14, 15, another 14 here. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I think we've got all but 2 of the possible Classic Limited Editions from those 10 packs. We might have the other 2 already. So we may well, in our next video, which will be inserting all of these cards, if I can bring those into shot, this big pile of cards into our binder in our next video, including those numbered parallels and our Eric Cantona Ultra Limited Edition Premier Pull. I can't wait for that. I will join you next time, so see you then. Make sure that you like, follow and subscribe here on 510 Sport on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the lot. Please, we appreciate your support, and don't forget to like this video and comment whether you have got any numbered parallels as well. Look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you next time.